Welcome to 2024. Happy New Year. I'm Laura Ranieri Roy, Ancient Egypt Alive, here with the annual rundown of top discoveries of the past year. Discovery number 5 of 2023 in Egypt, Abu Sir. Now this one comes in 2 parts. First of all, a team from Würzburg has been working at the pyramid of Sahura, who was the second king of the 5th dynasty. These kings came after the kings of Giza, and they were priest kings of the sun god Ra. They were a little different in the way they worshipped and presented themselves. They developed this new pyramid ground. Well, the team has discovered 8 new chambers under the pyramid of Sahura connected to the burial chamber. These were storage magazines, but we've never seen them before. We didn't know about them. They're shedding incredible light into pyramid construction in the 5th dynasty. Part B of discovery number 5, also at Abu Sir, this fascinating necropolis found by the Czech team who've been working there for decades. Dr. Miroslav Barta has announced this wonderful finds at the necropolis, particularly this beautiful tomb of a young scribe living between the 7th and 5th centuries BCE, a very troubled time in Egypt. It's a very late period. And his tomb has beautiful inscriptions that give us some insight into religious beliefs in this late period of ancient Egypt. Discovery number 4, a mummification factory at Saqqara. Now, for the last 5 years, Saqqara, the Bubastion, this area of Saqqara where the goddess Bastet was worshipped, and hundreds of thousands of cat mummies were dedicated to this goddess. Well, this area has yielded up beautiful Old Kingdom tombs, hundreds of sarcophagi, lots of different finds ever since 2018. But in 2023, the find was this, a full mummification factory, actually a part for human mummification and a part for animal mummification. They found the tables in which the mummification rites were practiced. They found many of the vessels. They found mummified animals. Really, really interesting stuff. And attached to this, they also found some important burials. One from the Old Kingdom, an important scribe, and one beautiful sarcophagus from the New Kingdom with a gorgeous ivory statue. So at the Bubastion, new finds tumbling out of the sands, a mummification factory, and Old and New Kingdom tombs. Discovery number 3, a hidden passageway in the Great Pyramid revealed. Now, we knew about 2 passageways, these corridors. One is above the Grand Gallery. It's really big. This one is above the entrance where you enter into Khufu's pyramid. They, using muon tomography and scanning devices, they went inside, took amazing pictures that were released in February of 2023, and were able to see inside this 9-meter long void, 2 meters in diameter. And it's fascinating. It's a chevron shaped, and there's nothing in there. There's no inscriptions. So what was this void for? We thought maybe there's treasures in there. Nothing. Well, most sensibly, I think the explanation is this, and most archaeologists agree. This was a way the ancient architects had of redistributing the massive weight of the stone above it. It may also have been a way of experimenting with new architectural techniques in the building of the Great Pyramid, this great wonder of the world. And now we can see what was inside this void. Now, the second larger void above the Grand Gallery hasn't been investigated yet. Maybe in the future, we will look in there and find amazing things. Who knows? We will see. Discovery number 2, a complete Roman city unearthed in Luxor. Yes, this is so exciting. This is near the newly conserved Avenue of the Sphinxes between Luxor and Karnak Temple. And it's this the remains of a garrison town from the age of Diocletian, the 2nd and 3rd century CE. Archaeologists under Secretary General Mustafa Waziri, also responsible for the Bubastion finds, they released pictures of this incredible archaeology of the city, this town that had smelting factories for iron manufacture, and pigeon towers. The Romans used pigeons, carrier pigeons. They also ate pigeons too. So they were raising a lot of pigeons there. They were making iron. They were living there. under the reign of Diocletian, there was a fortress. In fact, Luxor Temple had been turned in part into a fortress. There's some wonderful reliefs close to the sanctuary at the back showing the soldiers of Diocletian in there too, if you have a look. So the city of Luxor, the Roman city unearthed near the Avenue of the Sphinxes. And top discovery of 2023, I'd have to say it's the Old Kingdom necropolis found by Dr. Zahi Hawass and his Egyptian team at Saqqara in the area of Gisr el-Mudir, the Great Enclosure. Dr. Hawass was off in search of Huni, the last king of the Third Dynasty, the grandfather of King Khufu. We have very few monuments, temples from him, pyramids. Maybe he would find a pyramid in this huge unexcavated area of Saqqara. He didn't find Huni, but what he did find is a beautiful series of Old Kingdom tombs, deep shafts, dozens of wooden and stone statues from the Old Kingdom in beautiful state of preservation, burials, and a very important burial. They found a wonderful mummy. We know his name, Hekashepes, and his mummy was covered in gold leaf. The ancient Egyptians believed that gold was the color of the skin of the gods. So it's clear Hekashepes, an important priest in the Old Kingdom, was being prepared to become a god in the afterlife. His find is giving us new insight into mummification practices in the Old Kingdom. And those are my choices for the top 5 discoveries in Egypt in 2023. I hope you will visit our website, join us for some of our education events, our tours to Egypt, and other exciting events online. Laura Ranieri Roy, Ancient Egypt Alive. Happy New Year.